What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So according to recent reports, Dillian Whyte's B sample, as we know, 3 weeks ago, Dillian Whyte faced Oscar Rivas in the WBC mandatory title eliminator for the mandatory spot to face undefeated WBC American Heavyweight Champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Should Wilder get past Luis Ortiz and then a possible showdown with Tyson Fury, they would be the mandatory, right? The mandatory challenger for him. Dillian Whyte, reports came out that Dillian Whyte failed UKAD testing, that 3 days prior, on the 17th. The fight with Oscar Rivas was the 20th. On the 17th, he was notified that one of the tests he came up short allegedly. He failed allegedly one of the tests, right? Then they said that he went to a hearing, so on and so forth. He was allowed to continue the fight. The fight went on, and Dillian Whyte was victorious. With that said, all the reports came out that Oscar Rivas and his team weren't notified. Eddie Hearn was aware, but didn't notify Oscar Rivas and his team. Dillian Whyte nor Eddie Hearn, who's Matchroom CEO and promoter, did not notify the WBC and Mauricio Suleiman, so the WBC were unaware of these events, in which the WBC eventually removed Dillian Whyte from the rankings and suspended him from their ranking system till further notice, because they wanted to do an investigation themselves as well, right? So with that said, everybody was waiting on the B sample testings to come out. It came out that Dillian Whyte, to his defense, he passed all of the VADA testing, right? But everybody's waiting for the UKAD, the B sample, to come out. Now reports are coming out that they have still yet to open and test the B samples. I'll repeat that. Reports are now coming out that they have yet to open and test the B sample, as it takes about 72 hours, reports are saying, to get the results for testing the B samples. Thus the reason why they claim they didn't want to test or open the B samples and test it on the 17th, because it wouldn't be back by the time the fight, so they go ahead and let them go ahead and continue to fight. But if it takes 72 hours and they found out on the 17th and the fight was the 20th, well, I guess, why push it, right? So that makes sense. But why has it been 3 weeks since the fight took place and the B sample has yet to be tested, has yet to be opened, according to reports? People did their research and see if the B sample has been tested, and as of yet, the B sample has not been tested. I'll repeat it. As of yet, the B sample has not been tested. So with that said, it seems like something fishy and shady is going on with this entire situation. There's no reason for the B sample to yet to be tested. It should have been opened already. I don't know what the holdup is. As the reports are, nobody knows what the holdup is, and nobody understands how come it has yet to be tested. But it seems like they've made their decision, and they're not too eager or willing to test the B sample. They're going to let it be as it may, right? And just leave it, let sleeping dogs lie, so to speak, right? So it seems like, according to these reports, they're not even going to bother testing. And that's a shame. That's a crying shame. And I'm going to tell you why it's a crying shame. And I know some people are going to say, well, you don't like Dillian Whyte, because that's not true at all. The more the merrier. The more competition in the heavyweight division, the better it is for me as a journalist and you guys as fans. And I'm also a fan as well. So the more competition there is in the heavyweight division, the more the merrier, right? Oscar Rivas versus Dillian Whyte wasn't the worst fight in the world. That was actually a good fight for hardcore boxing fans. For casual boxing fans that don't know, they weren't too excited. But for hardcore boxing fans who understand that Oscar Rivas, it was a serious threat as he dropped Dillian Whyte in the fight. There was drama in the fight. For hardcore boxing fans, that's a good fight. So why would I don't want Dillian Whyte to not be in the boxing game. But I want all boxers to be safe because the sport of boxing is already dangerous in itself, right? So to have guys, enhancing their performance, allegedly, when the sport of boxing, we lost 2 people in 1 week in the sport of boxing. I'll say it again. We lost 2 people in 1 week in the sport of boxing, right? We saw Zab Judah had to fight for his life. You understand? So the sport of boxing in itself is already dangerous enough. I'll say this again. They every time they step through the ropes, they put their life on the line for our entertainment. And so it needs to be as safe as possible, right? No added advantages. Be who you are. No added advantages, right? And so with that said, that's why I say it's a crying shame. Why do I say it's a crying shame? Because if he was doing something to enhance his performance, and you step in the ring with a man that you could possibly seriously injure for the rest of his life, or may even take his life, it needs to be on an even playing field and as safe as possible. So if you're not even going to bother to investigate, to dig deeper, to test the B sample, that's a crying shame. Because this game is dangerous enough. And then there need not to be no added advantages. So I'm not saying that he did or he didn't. But you need to clear the air. The air needs to be clear. And I pray that he didn't. I pray that he's clean. I pray that it's just a mistake. Because Dillian Whyte is good for the sport of boxing. He's good for the heavyweight division. Right? Because the more the merrier. Funny, Anthony Joshua said, if I went for Undisputed and I conquered Undisputed, what would I do next? Because unlike the lighter, smaller divisions, you don't get too many heavyweights that's quality heavyweights. In the heavyweight division, it's quality over quantity. In other divisions, you could have, no disrespect to these gentlemen, but you got Showtime Sean Porter, WBC champ. You got Terrence Bud Crawford, undefeated WBO champ. Showtime Sean Porter only lost 2 fights, and they were very, very razor close, thin lost fights. You got Errol True Spence Jr., undefeated IBF champion. Then you got Manny Pacquiao, who just defeated Keith One-Time Thurman to be the WBA welterweight champion, right? But Keith Thurman was the undefeated welterweight champion. And then you got Yordanis Ugas. Then you got Sergey Lipinas. You got Mikey Garcia campaigning in and around. You get guys like Omar Figueroa, who just fought Yordanis Ugas. You understand? So you could go 10 deep in the welterweight division. You can't do that in the heavyweight division. So to remove or subtract Dillian Whyte from the heavyweight division is a travesty. We need Dillian Whyte in the heavyweight division because we need more quality over quantity in the heavyweight division. So you got Deontay Wilder, you got Andy Ruiz, you got Tyson Fury, you got Anthony Joshua. You need Luis Ortiz. You need Dillian Whyte. We need Alexander Usyk to be successful with the heavyweight division as he's making his debut October of this year. We need Dominic Brazil to bounce back from the Wilder and Joshua losses, because I only named 5 guys, five quality guys. I'll say it again: Deontay Wilder, right? Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz. Those are the top 3. Anthony Joshua, who's going to fight Andy Ruiz to try to regain his belt. And imagine if Anthony Joshua loses the fight with Andy Ruiz. Just imagine that. Then there's another drop-off. You understand? So we need Dillian Whyte to be there. So I'm praying that Dillian Whyte is clean. I'm praying that everything was a mistake, a misunderstanding. But you gotta, in order to figure that out, he gotta get tested. He gotta get tested. So for them not to test, it's a travesty to the sport of boxing and to the health of the boxers. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. I'm gone, man. Peace.